Hey everyone, welcome back to part 3 of this ranch house kitchen makeover. So, I am actually headed to Lowe's currently. I'm going to get all the paint that I need. I'm gonna be buying a paint sprayer. It's something that I've really wanted for a while. That'll make my job hopefully a lot easier. I keep seeing everyone use them and I'm just like painting with my roller, my paintbrush, killing my arms. So, I think it would be really nice to have a good investment. So I'm gonna get me one of those. I gotta get Dawn a bucket, lots of tape, lots of paint, and yeah, I'm gonna like pretty much get the kitchen done pretty quickly after this. I feel like once you start getting to the painting phase, things move pretty quickly and it starts to look really good fast. But I think the biggest thing right now is cleaning the cabinetry before I can paint and the walls and get everything prepped ready to be painted. That is like the worst, most tedious part, but it's always very important to do so. So I'm gonna go ahead and gather all the things I need. But you guys, I got into the truck and I had my list like sitting on the seat, and then I sat on the list and I went to go pull the list out and I ripped it in half. So it's gonna be a pain walking into the store with my list like all broken, but it'll be fine. Anyway, let's go and get what we need. Okay, so my first step is actually Dollar Tree. I gotta straighten the truck up. I parked so crooked. But I'm at Dollar Tree first because I wanna grab the bucket and all the cleaners that I'm gonna need, just because it's way cheaper here than trying to buy at Lowe's. And I really don't wanna go to Walmart today, so yeah, we're gonna hit Dollar Tree real quick and then go by Lowe's to grab all of the paint stuff. Alright, so while I was at Dollar Tree, I ran down the little hardware aisle and picked up a few things that I needed. They had this little scraper, and I also found some drop cloths. But as soon as I'm done shopping here, I wanted to share a quick recap on the project so far, just in case you don't have time to go back and watch the previous videos. So if you have already watched the other two videos, you can go ahead and skip ahead, but for those who missed those, here's a quick recap. So here's how the kitchen looked when I got started. You can see there was lots of cabinetry, which was honestly very unnecessary. It just became a spot for a lot of unnecessary clutter. And then we worked on removing those upper cabinets. I also worked on building a closet to close off the water heater. This was my first time ever building anything like this, and I'm pretty proud of myself that I completed a whole closet without any crazy mess ups. There's a few things I could have done differently, but it's all a learning process, and this is where we are at so far with the project, and I'm going to go ahead and start off right here. Last week's video, I shared building this closet here. Today, we're going to be removing these two cabinets here. I also picked up lots of products from Lowe's today. I went and I got some paint. So I got some cabinet paint for the lower cabinets. I got a bunch of cleaner, which is what I'm going to start working on now, is cleaning the cabinets and stuff. I got me a sprayer, you guys, a paint sprayer, and I'm so excited about it. I've wanted one of these for a while, but they're like really pricey, so I just wanted to, you know, make sure that I knew what I was buying. I did tons of research and even talked to the guy at Lowe's, and he said this is one of their top paint sprayers that most people buy. It was $100, so I'll keep you updated on how I like that. Alright, so to get started on cleaning the cabinets, I'm keeping it simple and just using some Dawn antibacterial soap and some sponges that I picked up all from Dollar Tree. And I am just going to scrub these cabinets and everything down really good so there's no more grease, no more grime or random who knows what in the cabinets anymore. Everything is nice and clean and fresh. Alright, it would not be a video of mine if I wasn't wearing a mask for no reason at all. It makes me laugh every time I do it, but I think what it is when I'm like cutting wood, I put it on, or if I'm doing something like that I need to wear the mask, I put the mask on and then I forget to take it off because I get so caught up in what I'm doing. So that's why I'm wearing the mask while I'm cleaning with Dawn dish soap. Alright, so I got the cabinet scrubbed down. I got the countertop scrubbed down. I'm gonna go ahead and work on removing these cabinets that are right over here. Alright, so once I helped Dylan remove that upper cabinet, because they are pretty heavy, you really do need 2 people to help with these, he's going to go ahead and work on removing the second one while I move on with the project. Alright, so yesterday I did show you guys that I got a new paint sprayer, and I do have a lot of primer, so I'm going to start with priming first. I'm going to go ahead and prime the countertops and just go ahead and paint back here too. As you can see, I've already started taping for the brick, but today I kind of would just like to get all of the countertops and the cabinets painted just to kind of start getting a visual. I'll also be painting this cabinet as well, but here is the paint sprayer. So I'm excited to see how this works. I feel like this is so intimidating though, I'm not gonna lie. Oh, it gave you a, oh, it gives you like a template just to kind of practice. Okay, and then here's a little owner's manual, so I'll read through this and figure out all about it. Okay, so I have shed a few tears. Like, not even exaggerating. This is such a pain in the butt. Whoever invented paint sprayers, please, like, make it easier. Because I just ruined the cabinets and the countertop. Oh my gosh, I can't figure this thing out. I'm just gonna roll it because that's what I know how to do. I'm gonna need more practice with the paint sprayer because right now, I just got so emotional, I just started crying because I've worked so hard to get to this point and then to spray it and it start globbing up all over the counters, and then I watered it down and it makes you want to cry because I watered it down, but I think I watered it too much. Okay, well then my camera just died. So yeah, it's just been a day. Today's like not my day. Oh my god, I'm like laughing and crying at the same time because it's just like, it's like there's so many emotions going. Like I know I can fix it, but it's just like frustrating to keep hitting bumps. It's okay, I'll make it work. But yeah, paint sprayer's not for me. I think what it is I'm not patient enough. I need to like work on that. You know what's crazy is because I like been practicing down here on the floor, but like it's just not enough practice. Clearly I need more practice. So I'm gonna hold off on using the paint sprayer on this project. Go clean it really good because it was $100 and right now I'm just not liking it at all. Like I feel like I could have already been done painting the cabinets had I just did them by hand versus going through the entire process of having to clean that thing and prep it and then clean it up after I'm done. Like it just seems like such a headache. Maybe once I get the hang of it, it won't be, but I'm just being honest. But yeah, you can see I started priming. I just primed everything together. It's fine. It'll all work out. So just to add to all my frustration, I do not love the color that I chose. It just looks a lot different in other spaces, so I may be changing these. I'll have to go back to the store and pick out new paint. It's just been a day. I'm telling you, it was just not my day. The paint kind of looks green in this video. This is the same color I used in my brother's bedroom. By the way, it's that urban bronze color, and I thought that just kind of, you know, continuing it throughout the home would kind of make sense since that would make sense. Oh my gosh, I can't even talk either. It's just yeah. Sometimes these things happen with projects. You kind of get going and you think you have a whole plan and your plan just doesn't work out, and that's just part of the process. I will get better with time, and I know that, but that is one of the reasons why it was so important for me to practice with this house, because I have free range to practice without having to worry about damaging someone else's home. You know what I mean? Like, this house is already kind of messed up, so it's not going to hurt it any more than it already is hurting. So that's one of the reasons why I was really excited to work on this house and get lots of practice and share the journey along with you guys as I continue on renovating this house. I'm doing almost 90% of the work by myself. I'm only asking for help when it's more of a physical labor thing. And that is another thing that's really important to me, is to, see what I'm capable of. And once again, share that with you guys and show you that if I can do it, you can do it too. All right, we're up here, day 3. I came up here Sunday, Monday, and now today's Tuesday. Today I will be working on putting the brick. Y'all see it back there in the back of the truck. I'm gonna try to measure it out, get everything cut and dry fit. That way I know exactly where it's gonna go. If I have time, I would really love to attach it to the wall. However, I don't know if I'm gonna have enough time today. I kind of got a late start. I had to get some cleaning done around the house, so we'll see. But yeah, another beautiful day working on the ranch house kitchen makeover. It's really exciting. I feel like it's starting to come together a little bit. Yesterday, not gonna lie though, you guys, I was feeling a little down. Oh, that was a dog yesterday. I heard a dog yesterday barking, but I wasn't sure, and it must be the neighbors over there. But
well, it was the neighbors.
Yeah, it was the neighbor's dog. But anyway, I got a new paint sprayer. It was the first time I had ever used it, and I like messed up my paint job twice, so I was like kind of a bummer. But yeah, I just improvised and started painting it by hand, and everything's going smoothly. But yeah, I should have just painted by hand to begin with and probably just practiced on something else smaller besides the kitchen makeover, because I really just didn't have time for this to, to have any dilemmas. And unfortunately, I just haven't figured out the paint sprayer yet. I'll get the hang of it. It'll just take some time, but yeah, I'm gonna try to get this brick done today and show you guys where I'm at so far. And then by the next video you see, it should be the final reveal. I'm almost done. I feel like I'm making good progress. It's only been 2 weeks of working on this project, and I haven't even been working on it every day. It's been like every other day kind of thing, so yeah. Oh, Mr. Benny's up here again today. You see that? Yeah. Oh, we got some friends today hanging out. Look at them. Can y'all see them? It's kind of dark. They're over there underneath the trees. Oh my gosh.
Come with me. I'm not really asking. We'll get away to a place where we don't know. About to see the world in action. What we can be. Life with no distractions. We'll get away. This is what we waited for. Take my hand, we'll make it somehow. We can't miss out. I'm done living life with the lights out. Die with my own doubts.
Today, I'm going to be working on the brick. So what I'm doing is taking my measuring tape and measuring where I need to cut the brick, the first brick panel. 53 and a half, I think. Oh, let's come down just a hair. Let's do it just a hair. Let's do 52.
One day I'm gonna swim me.
I think 52 will be fine. I'll be putting a piece of board up there anyway.
But
Yeah. Alright, so my brick is going to be 52 inches. That's going to be my first cut. So I'm going to go ahead and go out there and measure that. Here. Yummy. These are good. Cattle blew them.
oh yeah.
Sour Patch Kids are the best.
You're there, you salad.
A little sour,
Yeah.
but so good.
Eyes on the freeway, Bonnie and Clyde. A classic cliche, we're on the run. This is what we waited for. Take my hand, we'll make it somehow. We can't miss out.
They're not even that heavy. Start with that. Okay, so what I did here was I just took a, basically like a 2x4. It's a little bit smaller than a 2x4. But I'm going to line this up like this. That way I can use this as a guide so I can keep it nice and straight all the way down. So that's going to be right there. Alright, so after dry fitting my first piece, I went ahead and started planning out where I was going to cut these bricks out, so that way the two brick panels would interlock together and have a seamless look. But I did this for the first one and I did not do this for the second or the two after this, and that is because of all of the weird measurements around the window and the plugins, I was really scared to mess this up, and I thought that it would just be better for me to attempt to hide a seam than to mess up by accidentally cutting a brick off. So I did the first panel like this where I interlocked the two so it was seamless. The last two that are on the wall are not cut like this, and you can see the seam, but I feel like you really have to look for it in order to notice it, especially when it's all like, you know, painted and finished and all the things. So honestly, this is like one of those steps where you could go that extra mile, or you could just line them up as best as possible and try to make sure that they are perfectly put together, and then use the joint compound to kind of smooth out the edges, and you know, that way everything looks nice and seamless, which you'll see later on in the video. Alright, so after getting my second brick panel up. This one was a lot more difficult. I had a lot more measurements and cuts going around the window and the plug-in, and also interlocking the bricks. And I wanted to let you guys know just ahead of time that this is definitely a two-man job. Can it be achieved by yourself? Yes, of course, but it was extremely difficult to hold it in place, get the right measurements, make sure everything was nice and even, and nail it up all by myself. It looks a little easier than it is just because everything's sped up, but this took me all day long just to get this one brick wall up. And I'm not complaining, I'm just, being honest that it's not always as easy as it looks. And as you can see, like I said earlier, I interlocked the first set of bricks. The second, I was like, I'm done. I had already made a few mistakes with cutting the bricks off, and I felt like in the end I would be better off at this point just like lining up the bricks perfectly together, the two panels. And since everything was going to be painted anyway, and I was going to be using the joint compound to fill all the gaps, I figured it would be kind of hard to see, so I just went ahead and just lined them up. And this also saved a lot more time, but like I said, here I'm just using some joint compound to fill in all these gaps along with the seams right here above the window, where you can kind of see a little bit where the two panels meet up. But once it's all painted, you can hardly see. And then as far as what I'm doing here, I am just rubbing the joint compound all over the bricks to give a rough texture all over it. That way, the area that I added a lot of joint compound didn't look awkward and all rough, and then the rest of the brick is kind of smooth. So that's why I added it all over the place. And then I'm going to go ahead and prime the bricks because I will be painting these. So like I mentioned, I'm just using a primer really quick to prime all of this brick wall. The reason for this is because the red brick is actually kind of hard to cover. It's very dark, and I feel like it soaks in the paint. So using this primer first really helped, especially when I came up here the next day and painted. Now, I haven't fully decided on paint colors yet. I've been kind of playing around, just using some paint colors that I had on hand. But what I did want to do was just get everything primed and then work on getting the countertops in to then make my decision on the final wall color and cabinet color. The original cabinet color I chose, I'm not loving it. I might just roll with it and finish it off and just see how it looks, and maybe down the line repaint and share that in a separate video, since I'm already 2 to 3 weeks in this project. But who knows, we're gonna keep playing it by ear, and I'll just share the whole process with you and whatever I decide to do.
You know I want you close, maybe hold your hand a little while. Somehow I know you're gonna be the girl that I'll end up calling my own. We ride around in style, sleeves rolled up, glasses on, and then you make that smile and my heart starts racing when I'm with you. When I'm with you. Can't get enough of this, being with you, it's like never-ending sunshine. Feels like everything stops for a while when we look into each other's eyes.
Alright, here's a quick overview of what I was able to accomplish. I still have a few more coats to do, lots of work to do to the countertops and cabinets. Gotta clean the stove. I wiped it down a little bit so it looks a lot better, but I need to scrape it, so I'm going to bring some cleaner up here to do that. I want to take the paint up here as well. That is going to make a huge difference, I think. And of course, all the little touch-ups and things, but she's coming along, you guys, and it's looking good. My vision's starting to kind of come to life, and I'm getting excited. Alright, so here's a quick overview of how the countertops look currently. Everything looks horrible right now because it is painted too, but I am going to be replacing the countertops. As you can see, even from this angle here, they are very warped and just not level at all. I tried so hard, you guys, to salvage these, but in the end, I decided that it was best to go ahead and replace now than put a ton of money and time into trying to fix them and still have to replace them a month, 2 months down the line, or even a year from now, who knows. But you know, I went ahead and looked online to find some affordable countertop options, and I did find some that were on sale at Lowe's for $169 for a 10-foot basically slab of laminate. It's like a laminate granite. I don't know what you call it. It's a laminate, but it's like a granite finish, and it actually looks so beautiful. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys that now. All right, so this is us at Lowe's. I went straight to the laminated countertop section and I found the most perfect countertops. I feel like they had a little bit of all the colors I was trying to incorporate, and they had a lot of other options as well. So if you are in the market, I feel like these are great options that still give you a beautiful, very high-end finish for a fraction of the price. And this was a 10-foot slab on sale for $169. So we're gonna go ahead and install that now.
You got your high heels on, and I'm wearing my...
All right, so I am so sorry to let so many of you down who really wanted me to move the sink under the kitchen window, but it just wasn't an option with the countertops and the cabinets that were there. The sink is very large, and even the previous sink was large, so I would have to completely gut all the cabinets, replace all of those, and also move the plumbing and all the things, and that would have really just blew the budget. I just don't have it this go around. Also, I just wanted to just mention that, you know, this is not my house. If it was something that I was investing in, I would 100% do probably a little bit more, but you know, at the end of the day, I'm just trying to make it nice for our family to enjoy as a family, but also save money while doing it, since I am paying for this out of pocket. So thank you all for all of your amazing suggestions. I wish I could have moved the sink. However, we're just working with what we got, and this is just happens to be the awkward layout of the kitchen. I'm still going to show you how it's going to end up looking really nice in the very end, so just stay tuned. It will look good. Just trust me. Okay, so right here my husband's taking a paddle bit, and I believe is what they call these. I could be wrong, so just correct me if I'm wrong, but he's using a paddle bit and he is drilling a hole into the countertop so that way he has a spot to start cutting, and he will be cutting out the hole for the sink. We did this, you know, trying our best. This is the first time we've ever cut a countertop for a sink, and I feel like we did a pretty good, well, he did a good job. I'm over here taking credit for the work. He busted his butt on this, you guys. He cut the hole and it was a lot smaller, but in his mind he kept saying, I'd rather it be too small than cut the hole too big and then it not fit. And then since the cabinet or the countertop was not attached yet, it was kind of vibrating a lot, so it was making it kind of difficult to keep a straight line. So I was like, well, I'll just sit up here and hopefully it'll hold it in place, and it did work.
I've been dreaming so much lately about your face when you're smiling. It's the only thing that saves me. Hey, I don't know if I told you that I think you're beautiful, and how I can't wait to hold you. Yeah, you pull me up when I'm falling down, and I don't know what I would do without you. Yeah, you pull me up when I'm falling down. Hey, now look into my eyes. You can use them as a mirror, baby. You're my ticket to paradise. Hey, now everything's alright. We've been longing for each other, and it feels like I'm on cloud nine. I don't wanna be without you. This is something that I know for sure. It's just something about you.
All right, so that's going to be it for part 3 of this kitchen makeover. I will be sharing part 4 next week, and that will pretty much be the final reveal, like basically show you what I was able to accomplish with the budget I had, and I am loving the way the kitchen is coming out, you guys. I cannot wait to show you. All the paint and everything is looking really good now. At the end of this video, I felt like, oh my gosh, what am I doing? But you know, you have to trust the process. Sometimes it looks worse before it looks better. Don't give up. Never ever give up, because you just never know what the end result could be. And I just wanted to say thank you once again for the love and support. If you have a moment, please like, share, and comment down below. All of that helps my channel tremendously, and I truly appreciate it. And I will see all of you in my next video. Bye, y'all.